Mhm. Okay, so we're doing this live in class. We have our speed reducer assembly open. Once again, a reminder that if you are changing different configurations, you've got your exploded view here. You can right click on that and go to explode. And to close that, you would go to collapse. Okay. So let's make a drawing from our assembly. It works the same way that you do with a part drawing. Make drawing from assembly. That's in File, Make Drawing from Assembly. You are going to browse, of course, for your format. Template, I mean. Okay. So let's see how we're going to do this. Actually, we might need to add. Well, we just kind of want to have some overalls on this. That's kind of what we need. We have a breakdown of all the different parts in the following pages. So let's just get some overalls. So let's start the same way with the front view. Okay, this is obviously too small. So I'm going to go to my properties for my sheet and I'm going to change this. Let's see, 1 to 3 maybe? View sheet scale 1 to 3. Does not look like it changed much. 1 to 2? Maybe 1 to 2? Okay, 1 to 2. Apply changes. Okay, let's make it 1 to 2. Okay, that's pretty good. So, if you've already done the same as me and you've kind of exited out of your multi-view setting where you drag up to the different views, we're just going to add views manually. So you're going to go to Insert, Drawing View, Projected here. And then you're just going to drag up. You're just going to continue. I'm going to do a side view. And we're going to add an isometric, but we're just going to shrink it way down because that's way too big. Okay, so drag this over. Do the same thing we always do with our views. We're going to shade the one in the corner. I'm going to select that view and change the scale by going over here and using custom scale. Let's see what our options are. Let's try the 1 to 5. That's still too small. Let's try 1 to 3. That's fine. 1 to 3. Okay, leave a little bit more room up here. Drag this guy down. And for each of these views, let's turn off our tangent lines, tangent edges removed. Each view. Okay. We won't do hidden lines or anything on this because, first of all, it's going to look crazy, and we've got a breakdown of the different parts. So let's make sure we're in our dimensions layer, and let's add some dimensions. Let's get some overalls. We need a height. Let's do the height over here. And I'm going to change my precision too. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to have it be, I don't know what it is, but my settings for dimensions don't stay. I don't know. So I have to load in, and this is not anything that you have to do because you haven't done this, but I have a dimension style saved. There we go. That's better. Okay, I'm going to continue this. Let's see. We're going to do a width. We're going to do a width just down here at the bottom. That's the biggest part. We could even do... Oh, we'll come back to that. Let's do a few up here. Let's do the plate. We're already kind of doing that. I'm going to do the plate down here too. Okay, we've got our overall. Let's just do this overall of the entire shaft, whatever this one is. I can never remember which one's which. Okay, so we got that and got that. Got a height. Just trying to think what we are doing. Yeah, we have a housing drawing. That's the first part. So we'll have the housing all detailed out. So just trying to think if there's anything else that really need to have on here. I think that might be good for this one. Make sure we're saving this, right? File, save. It should be speed reducer assembly. Okay. I'll let you guys go and fill all of your stuff down in here on your own. You know how to do it. Hold. So we're gonna add another page to this. Okay. So this. Let's see. Let's do that by right-clicking on sheet 1 and go to copy. And then right-clicking in this space right here and going to paste and move to end. Okay. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to delete out these 3 views. Keep your isometric. And we're going to bring the scale of this up, but let's see how big the exploded view is before we scale it up. So we've got, this is in our default configuration, you can see right here. And since we've done an exploded configuration, we can click the, ooh. Okay, so let's redo that. So we're going to select that, and we've got this little checkbox right here. Exploded view. Okay. So let's get this kind of centered in our space here. And then let's carefully bring up our custom scale. Let's try 1:1 is not going to work, I don't think. No. 1:2. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to scooch this I'm going to favor it to this side because I want to add a table right over in here. I may even need to scoot some of the, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I may need to like scoot these fasteners back or this down a little bit, but I think I might be able to make this work. Okay, we are saving as we go. Okay, so let's just add some call outs here. We're going to go to our annotation tab and we're going to add some balloons right here. Okay. So I'm doing this live with the class here, and so I might need some help, so I might be calling out. I need help with the order in which these are listed in the following pages. So housing is first. So let's just touch a spot on the housing right here. And let's just bring it out. We can always move these afterwards. This is going to be 1. it should automatically make that 1. Then we're going to move on to the next one, which I believe side cover, which is this right here. I'm just going to click right here, bring this down. Should automate to 2. We're going to manually add 1 here later because right now it's going to take it to 3. So we're going to create a manual one that says that this is also 2 over here. 3, I believe, is the top cover. Okay, so let's do something like this. Why did it jump to 6? Oh, well, so much for the automated thing. Okay, I'm going to press escape. And I'm going to double click. Oh, man. This item cannot be changed because it's currently driven by component order. If I go over here. Yeah, so I'm going to just click right here and select that. And then I'm going to change this balloon text to text. And then I can change the text here, or I think I can double click in there. I'm going to change this to 3 and press the checkbox. And we might as well go back and manually do this one. It's going to do this for every single one. So let's go to text and do this one 3 also. It's not going to, yeah, 3. Okay. Wouldn't that one be 2? 2 is correct. 2 is the repeated one.
Mine's saying 2.
Okay. So we've got 1, 2, and 2, 3. Our next balloon is what?
Offset shaft.
Which one's that?
I think it's the one to straight one. The one to
this one? Okay.
so.
Yeah. Okay, so this is 4. Four. No, of course I didn't do it because I should have clicked it first. 4. Um, 5 is what? Is that the other shaft or is that the worm gear?
The other one is the worm gear.
Okay, so this one's kind of hard to see. You might need to put yours in different spots. I'm just going to put it right down here. That's number 5. So then I'm assuming 6 is the
Worm gear.
shaft. Wait, is 5 worm gear?
Worm gear shaft.
6. Okay, so 6 is there. And then we just have fasteners, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you can always move these, right? You can move these balloons around by just highlighting them and then just kind of, you can just hold your left mouse button. You can also move the point in which they touch. And I'll try and make these some logic to them. Like this might, well, this is okay on its own, but I might want to just kind of line these up a little bit better. Okay. All right. I'm going to move the whole thing. Let's see. You know what? Let's add a... We've got 2 different fastener types. Let's go to balloon again. And let's go to... Since these fasteners go with the lower number, I'm going to just click on one of these guys here. And then I'm just going to change this text to F1 for fastener 1. If it'll fit. Let's see if it'll fit. Capital. F1. And then for these guys, well, you're going to have F1 on these ones over here too. And then this is going to be F2. So F. Look. 2. And this is going to be F1. Something like that. Okay, let's see how we can do with the table over here. I'm going to press escape a couple times. I'm going to select this view. Can I drag it, or is it going to be difficult? It's going to be difficult. There we go. I'm going to move it over. Oh, I'm going to try and go a little higher, over a little bit more. Okay, we're saving as we go. Okay. We could do a whole table and fill that all out, but I'm just going to go and just do normal text. Yeah, I think that's probably fine. So I'm just going to say, what do I want to create a table? Let's see. I'm going to pause. Okay, so we are going to create a table right over in here. We're going to go right here to where it says tables, general table, and we want to have 3 columns, and we're going to do 10 rows. Now check this out, all uppercase. I'm going to click on that. Okay, going to press the check mark, and this is going to be big, but I'm just going to put it right over here. I'll figure it out later how this is going to work. Okay, I'm going to click to put that right there. We're going to merge some cells, so I'm going to start here by calling this speed reducer assembly table 1. And then I'm going to select this whole row, click here, hold shift, click on the last row, and I want to, this didn't work for me before, I don't think it's going to let me do it. Nope. Okay. Maybe I have to start with deleting the text out. 1, 2, 3. Where's that option?
It's the one to the right.
That's so weird. Okay, right. Merge cells. Thank you. Okay, so this is speed reducer assembly table 1. Okay, first one is going to be NO for number. This is going to be description. And this one here, double click for each one of those to get in it. QTY for quantity. So let's just, we're going to shrink these sizes down a little bit. Let's grab this between A and B right here. We're going to grab that and we're going to move it. There it goes. We just need this to fit just 1. Actually, we need to fit 2 for the fastener, so leave a little bit more space. Let's bring description, make it kind of long, and quantity, we can shrink down like something like that. So you're going to have to play around with this a little bit to get this. And then we're going to see when we put text in how we can do this. We will also probably have to play around with scale because I still don't know how we're going to fit this. Okay, so let's just start filling stuff in. Number 1, housing. quantity 1. Number 2, side cover, quantity 2. Number 3 is top cover, quantity 1. Number 4, what is that, offset shaft?
Yeah.
Offset shaft, also quantity 1. 5 is worm gear, quantity 1. 6 is worm gear shaft, quantity 1. And then we're going to have to look these up unless somebody knows right off the bat. This is going to be, F1 is going to be, I'm just going to put like kind of a something in here for now. Fastener 1 is 1, 2, 10, right? And F2, is it 10 or
12.
1, 2, 3? Thank you. 12. And this is fastener 2, and this is 4. Okay, so let's get the specs on these fasteners. If anybody remembers, please let me know. This is oh boy, might need to look this one up.
Socket head cap screw.
So yeah, they're both going to be socket head cap screws. We know that, but we need to get the specifics on them. So we could type that in: socket head cap screw, and then we're going to have to look up the size. I think one of them's a 1/4 right? And I can't remember. It's going to be the same thing here, right? We're going to have to fill in socket head cap screw. We're going to have to look that up in the book. I'm going to pause the video. Okay, so for F1, we've got socket head cap screw, and we're just going to put a dash. And these are our 1/4. Now I've lost my place already. These are just 1/4-20. And I think that's enough information. Second one is going to be 6/32. (6/32). I think that's good enough. Okay. Now we got to find a way to make this fit. So it's either we move this whole thing down, which doesn't look like that's going to work, to put the table up here. I don't want to move it over here. That's not going to make sense.
You can shrink the table. You've got a little bit of space.
Yeah. I mean, might be able to squeeze these down. Wonder if I can select all of these. And then, oh yes, use document font. I can unclick this. Yeah, it's set at 13. So I'm going to change this down. I'm going to see what, 10's good, but I don't know if it's going to fit. Let's just shrink it down to like 8. Okay, the way that I change that is just clicking this right here. That's the way that I enable that. Okay, now we're just going to kind of manually shrink these down a little bit. I'll just start with the bottom, and then I'm just going to kind of, oh, never mind, it kind of works the other way. This is not like Excel. Okay, I'm going to move this, and I'm going to grab each one of these lines and just kind of try and be I could change it up here or something, but grab each one of these lines, try and make them the same. Don't have to be exact. I think we're looking pretty good as far as fitting this. Okay, I can even move this up a little bit. Barely. Okay, you may need to play around with that. I need to move my 1 because it's right here. Okay, try and do your best. If your exploded view needs to be adjusted, I can show you how to move stuff closer. Does anybody have that problem where it's just like everything's like too far out? Looking pretty good. Okay. Okay. There's one more thing that we got to do to this, and I can't remember how it works, so I have to pause the video again until we figure it out. Okay, so we have one more thing to do, and we have to do this in the assembly itself. So we're going to just click anywhere, right-click anywhere on the assembly itself, and then go to this right here, which is Open Assembly. Okay, it's going to be in its exploded view, and we are going to add. We're going to click right here where it says Exploded View, the little down arrow, and we're going to go to Explode Line Sketch. And we need to connect some items together. So we're going to start by, we want to add these lines to show what direction they go in relation to the other part. So I'm going to start by I'm going to put a line that goes from this to this. So I'm going to click this ring right here, and then I'm going to add this ring right here. It's going to put a line right there. Okay, I'm going to press the check mark. Okay, because this is pinned over here, it's going to keep this command open because it's assuming we have a lot of things to add, which we do. You can't see all the holes all the way around in this, so we're going to just kind of do one path at a time. We're going to do hole, hole, and then the fastener. Hole, hole, and then the fastener. So let's start here. We're going to click there, and I'd say probably the back ring right there. Okay. Let's do that for every single one of these. Ring, ring, back of the cap.
How you get yours to explode again?
You need to do that in your configuration. Okay, I'll help you. Oops. Ring, ring, back line. And then these we really can't see. We've got those. We're just gonna do this one to here. And this one to here. Okay, so we've got those fasteners. We're gonna do same thing with the top. We're gonna do there, there, there. I'm going pretty fast, but you guys can, this is all going to be in the tutorial, so you can review this as needed. Okay, so those are in place. I'm just going to do from here to here. Oh, man. Might have to do that the other way. Nope. There we go. And then I can spin the model around too, which is actually kind of nice. You can always spin this around. So I'm going to do here to here. It's not going to do it that way. Here to here. Try that again. There. To there. To there. And I forgot this one. Crap. Let's do there to there to there to there. And this is very tedious, but we got to do the same thing with these, every single one of these over here. Here to here. If it spins around on you like that, you might need to reverse the direction. See this arrow? You need to kind of go click the reverse. Ugh. It's still not going to like it. Because I have to do, okay. It's because this, I have to select this, and then I have to put that in reverse. This takes some practice. And then I've got, where's it going? Right there. Okay, same thing on all these. Very tedious. Ugh. Down here. It's pointing in the wrong direction, so I'm going to change that to reverse. Change the arrow. Here. And way down here. Oh, almost done. There. 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 2 more to go. There. 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 Okay, let's see how we're looking. I think that's it. Does anybody see anything that's missing? I'm not going to bother with putting this line all the way through here. That's fine. You get the point. When you're done, you can just click the OK button. And then this works like a sketch. So you can click the save, the little enter sketch thing. Okay, so hopefully when you save this, right, you're just going to save to update it. You're going to go back to your drawing and your lines are there. Looks pretty nice. Okay. You may need to move stuff around, clean it up a little bit. I think that might be it. Obviously, you got to fill in your info in your title blocks. And I think that will do it. Make sure you save it. To learn more about our program, check us out at fvcc.edu. And for more tips and tricks, subscribe to this channel.